Jim, still tracking a storm now east of the Austin area.
Yes, another storm that dropped golf ball hail, some a little bit larger in a few isolated spots up in northwest Austin, North Austin. It is really something, a very unusual coincidence how this always happens in the last weekend of May. Our three worst hailstorms over history all happened on May 25th.
March
25th,
right.
excuse me. March 25th. Today, March 28th, and we had another big hailstorm up to the northwest. Now, this one doesn't compare to the ones we've seen before, but David Yeomans is standing by over right now in the First Warning Weather Center with the latest on where that storm is now. David?
Yeah, thank you, Jim. We still do have an active severe thunderstorm warning here on this cell. We're looking at it live right now on Viper radar. You can see it moving right down Highway 71 into LaGrange as we speak, and that severe thunderstorm warning is highlighted by that yellow and orange box. That is for Fayette County and extreme southern portions of Lee County there until 7 p.m. Now, let's take a more in-depth look here at this storm. On Storm Profiler radar, we can look into the hail core of this storm. This isn't the reflectivity mode that shows how hard it's raining. This is a special mode. So if we could, let's click in on that little black dot right there just south of West Point, and our radar is indicating 2-inch hail up in the clouds. Now, that may not be necessarily making it down toward the ground, but we have seen some reports of hail up to 1.5-inch golf ball size or 1.75-inch with this storm. Now, some other hail indicated by those other pink colors in and around the West Point color, and if we can click here on some of that green, it looks like that is just heavy rainfall rates of up to 2 inches per hour. So, folks, just to the south and west of LaGrange, that's where we're really worried about the hail core. Now we're going to toss it over to Jim Spencer here, who has a look at exactly where this storm is headed. Jim?
Okay, David. Yeah, let's put the storm path analyzer to work here, and we're seeing that it is continuing to move to the southeast. I'm going to move that track just a little bit. The leading edge of this storm continuing to move to the southeast at about 35 miles per hour. So you folks in LaGrange, it is on your doorstep right now. While David mentioned it does have some large hail up in the storm, it may not be quite as big as it was when it was in Austin. At least we're not seeing those kind of hail cores right now here in Fayette County. But you're going to have a little bit of hail in and around the LaGrange area. And the storm path analyzer is indicating that the storm will arrive in these communities at these times as we go forward, and the storm continues to move on to the east and southeast. You'll see the communities and the times change there into the Fayetteville area by 6:40 p.m. if the storm continues to move on its present path at its present forward speed, which again is about 25-30 miles per hour. On over into Lone Oak by 6:49, the Frelsburg area by 6:55, and then not long after that, it's going to be leaving our viewing area and headed on over there into Colorado County, and we'll be done with it. We got some great weather coming after this. We had a lot of great viewer photos. In fact, one of our viewers says she thinks she sees a funnel cloud in that picture there in Round Rock. We had a little circulation. That may or may not be. It's hard to tell from that photo. You got to look for rotation. Look at those clouds up in the Belton area this afternoon. Big accumulation of hail up there in Bell County. South of Granger, nice rain shafts there below the thunderstorm. Off Riverside, you could see the storm. You just didn't get a whole lot of it. And there's an inventive way to stack the hailstones. Look at that. That's about golf ball size right there at 183 and Lamar. Body shops, get ready. There's some more big hail up in the Leander area, followed by some very beautiful scenes from Mother Nature today, some rainbows in the wake of the storms. Well, there it goes. We were on the tail end of it. We told you yesterday we would likely be on the tail end of this thing, and that's where it was. Not everybody even saw rain today. 89 was the high temperature today, though. We got behind that dry line. It really heated up. 88 degrees right now out there in Llano. We're in the 70s in the metro, 70s to around 80 here. Let's go on to the current. 77 in the city, 74 at ABIA. Winds breezy out there at the airport. Temperatures 93 in San Antonio. Look at that. And here comes the cold front. These storms fired on the dry line. The front moves in tonight. Makes it beautiful this weekend. 49 in Austin in the morning, 79 tomorrow afternoon. One of the nicest weekends that we've seen in a long time, as we've been saying for a couple of days. Once this final storm moves out of Fayette County, it is smooth sailing for the next few days. Next chance of rain, next week. We'll be right back.